Hello friends, today we are going to start from the very first topic from another book, that is Vistas, which will include all our supplementary readings. The topic 1 over here in this book is the third level, which we are going to do today. It's written by the author Jack Finney. Finney, or popularly known as Walter Bradnan, he was born on October 2nd, 1911 and died in November 14, 1995. American author from Wisconsin, United States. His best known works are science fiction and thrillers, including The Body Snatchers, Time and Again. The former, The Body Snatchers, was the basis for the 1956 film The Invasion of the Body Snatchers and its remakes. More about Jack Finney. He was given the name John Finney. After his father died, when Finney was 3 years old, he was renamed Walter Bradnan Finney in honor of his father, but continued to be known as Jack. He attended Knox College in Galesburg, Illinois, graduating in 1934. He married Margaret Guest and they had 2 children, Kenneth and Margaret. After living in New York City and working for an advertising agency there, he moved with his family to California in the early 1950s. He lived in Mill Valley, California and died of pneumonia and emphysema in Green Bay, California at the age of 84. The third level, it is a story about a 31-year-old man named Charlie. It is a psychological story which refers to the subway at the Grand Central Railway Station, which takes passengers to Galesburg. In addition, this subway, it becomes the intersection between the narrator's harsh reality and fantasy. So here we will be dealing with how Charlie, he deals with that which fact is the real one and which one is the fantasy one. Moreover, the third level was a way of escape for Charlie. You can see is being identified as a way of escape, as I said earlier. As life in the modern world is full of uncertainty, worries and stress, it takes Charlie to a different world that his friends also called a walking dream wish fulfillment. Further in the story, the Charlie's tendency to escape from the world. Most importantly, the third level starts because of Sam's letter. Sam is his psychiatric friend, which was written on 18th July 1984. This story shows the connection between the time and space. Let's look at the chapter in detail. The Grand Central Station of New York has 2 levels, but Charlie, a 31-year-old dweller of the city or the inhabitant of the city, talks about there being the 3 levels. Not only does he believe in the existence of this hypothetical third level, but he is also claiming to have been over there itself. With the confusion of this third level, Charlie, he went to his psychiatric friend Sam to talk about this problem. Sam calls it a walking dream wish fulfillment, and he is explaining Charlie's psychology by saying that the modern world is full of fear, insecurity, war and worry, and everybody wants to escape to some temporary refuge from reality. That means they want to hide from a unknown place where nobody finds them and nobody identifies them. As for him, hobbies like stamp collection is an indicator of his escape. Times the Grand Central Station seems like a maze to Charlie, a puzzle wherein he did not know from where to start and from when to end and which way to go. While taking the subway earlier, he had lost his way a couple of times. One time he entered the lobby of Roosevelt Hotel, while the other time he appeared at an office building that was 3 blocks away. However, this time he loses his way and something unique occurs. Charlie visits the third level. Charlie reaches the silent under tunnel. He keeps on walking, turning left and sloping downward until he touches an architecturally old station, which is totally different from the 2 familiar levels. Moreover, this old room with fewer ticket counters and train gates a wooden information booth, wavering open frame gaslights, and brass spittoons. He has reached into a different third level, which appears to be of a different generation of the early eras, and which cannot be understood by now by Charlie. Now here, if you can see, it is a very old room with a very few ticket windows and the train gates, and the wooden information shows which is different shown in the third level, and it is very difficult to identify the timings of the trains arriving and the departures. This environment around him, it reminds him about the architecture of 1800s. Further, he sees people in the outdated outfits. When he notices the date in the newspaper, The World, he sees 11th June 1894. When he tries to buy 2 tickets, he realizes that he needs old currency. He got into a trouble as to, since he is having the new currency notes and the ticket window person, he is asking for the old currency. Now, from where to purchase the ticket from? He always wanted to travel to Galesburg with his wife Louisa. Back in his head, it is a wonderful town still, with a big old frame houses, huge lawns, and tremendous trees. The place has a pleasant and long summer dusk where the people have ample of time. Hence, the next time during lunch, he exchanges $300 for old currency amounting to, or the total of 200 only. In addition, the amount does not bother him. If you see the exchange rate with that of the today's currency with that of the old currency, he is getting 200, which is very less comparatively to the old currency. But he is not bothered about, and therefore it matters only about the traveling with his wife. The amount does not bother him as he believes that everything there will be cheaper. However, he could never again find the corridor that leads him to the third level. When Charlie went to his wife Louisa and she came to know about this, she asked him to stop looking. Unexpectedly, his friend Sam Winner also disappeared, and his wife keeps on looking for him in the weekends. Moreover, Sam was the one whom Charlie shares his idea about Galesburg. Charlie inherited the hobby of stamp collection from his grandfather, and someday while looking at the stamp collection, Charlie finds a letter that was earlier not there. Also, it has the postmark on a faded 6-cent stamp with a picture of President Garfield. Further, the envelope read as 18th July 1894 to Charlie's grandfather in Galesburg, and it addresses to Charlie. Tells Charlie that he has reached Galesburg, and he invites Charlie and Louisa there. After going to stamp and coin shop, he gets to know that Sam exchanged $800 for old currency bills to establish his business in Galesburg. Besides, Sam was none other than Charlie's psychiatrist. So over here, the theme of the story is, it clearly explores the science fiction of time travel. Jack Finney, the recipient of the world fantasy, it interviews the fantasy with the reality in the most futuristic projection of time travel. Charlie, over here in the story, he wishes to be transported to the third level, the world of 1894, which is supposed to be much happier and quieter place which to be. It is one of the most concise and entertaining story about time travel. The question where the third level exists in real or only in Charlie's mind, it can be inferred from Sam's letter. The story, it also dwells on the theme of escapism, not only a psychological refugee from the grim realities of the present day world, but it also a desire to stay with the past or to keep the past alive in the complex situations of the present. In the story, Charlie not only expresses desire to escape but also prepares and tries very hard. His desire, which is not contested by wife either. So it was just a psychological assumption of Charlie, which was being understood by Sam and his wife Louisa. So they also ignored. Charlie, he worked very hard to make them believe them it was real, but he could not succeed. Sam is also happily escaped with no plans to resort to his old profession along with his scores of other people. So his old profession or the hobby, it was different compared to the present day world. So he is happy that he has escaped. of other people who cross the Grand Central every day to escape seems to be a different feeling. I hope you have understood the story in a much more detailed